Hello everyone, my name is Mike and this is Matrix to Paradise. As you can tell, I'm still getting over a cold. Sorry. My voice is going to be a little deeper for probably a couple more days. So that's just the way it is. I sound more like Pavarotti now. Anyway, I'm still here in the Indianapolis, Indiana area. I've just been waiting for a load, and they haven't gotten back to me with a load yet, so I think it's just the weekend is slow. So I'm just going to relax and make some videos. Wanted to go over, wanted to go over an article that I read. It's called The Healing Power of Travel and How Exploring the World Can Improve Your Mental Health. And I thought, wow, that's interesting. Improve your mental health. And I read through the article, and it's telling something, really pretty much something I already knew by intuition, but it's right. There are a lot of ways that it could be stressful to some people, and it probably will be for newbies that want to go and travel around the world. At first, you just have to get into the mindset and not let yourself be overtaken by all the new that you're going to see. Man, this cold just drove me nuts for a week. Still coughing up, and I feel a lot better, but I'm still dealing with the after effects of it. Anyway, the article's right. It will improve your mental health, and the reason why I agree with what they're saying. Here's what they're saying, and the reason I agree is because I've done it, and I agree. It's true. There are a lot of people that I know who were born, grow up, and live their entire lives in the same place and end up dying there. And that's okay. If that's what some people want to do, that's okay. I don't mock those people. They have every right to do what they want to do with their lives. And who am I to say? So I don't think that I could ever do that. I have to go and explore the world, because that's always been inside of me personally. But I know people that don't particularly like traveling around. They get really nervous. I don't think they give it a chance, though. That's the problem. I think some of those people, if they just gave it a chance, and if they just had the right circumstances, they could overcome their fears and their anxieties, and learn how to navigate, and they would actually really enjoy it. I think there's a lot of people that would really, really enjoy it. They just don't know it. Anyway, the reason why I think it reduces stress is because as long as you have the time and you're not too worried about money, you're not, trying to go on a budget the first time you go, and I'm not saying you have to go for any length of time. I'm saying it just take a week or two. As long as you're not worried about money or, security, that kind of thing, you should, it should be a lot of fun, because you get to see new stuff right away. Instantaneously. When I flew to Cambodia, now I had been to other countries before that, but nothing was more different from America than, because I'm from America, obviously, but nothing was more different from America than Cambodia. Cambodia was like going to a different universe. It was just totally different. Totally different, cool though. Awesome. I thought it was. I walked off that plane, got into that airport, went down through customs, went through international line there, got my stuff stamped, my visa stamped and all that, got my luggage and went outside, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. And it was kind of wild because when you first walk out, when Cambodians leave the country and they come back, it seems like their entire family comes and shows up outside the international place right there to greet them. So when you walk out the door, it's like there's a crowd outside. I mean, a huge crowd, and you're like, wow. You're waiting for everybody to start asking you questions or start cheering or booing or something. But they don't. They're just waiting for their loved ones. But anyway, you get outside and you're just like, wow, this is totally different. So my first thing was, just getting to my hotel. I'd already read up on how to get there with a tuk-tuk, and which is their sort of Uber. And I already read up on all that stuff, and I'd already planned for it. But the experience was very fun. We drove from the airport to my hotel, which was probably 15 miles, maybe even a little bit more. And it's an open air. I mean, it's a motorcycle with pulling like a cart that has a top on it with a seat in there, like a bench seat. So I'm sitting in the back of this thing in the open air going, for the first time. And I'm just like, wow, this is, the whole trip in, I was just observing everything about the town. I thought that was the most awesome experience I've ever had. And I had watched YouTube videos before this and saw this guy who would walk around and just take videos where he was walking. He wouldn't talk at all. And he was in this bar overlooking this intersection, and I knew where that intersection was and where that bar was, and I went straight to that bar and got a beer and took a picture of that scene. It was just, I thought that was the most awesome thing in the world. But anyway, it relieves your stress because you're seeing everything new. It's all brand new. You don't have time to be stressed. You're sucking it all in. All the new sights, the people, the sounds, the smells. It's all totally different, and it's just amazing to me how awesome it is. And so if you allow yourself to suck it all in and just see it, you're going to have so much better time, a way better time. And I just I can't emphasize that more, that it's just important that you let yourself enjoy. And so that will relieve your stress because you're going to see so much new stuff, and it's just incredible. Anyway, so when you get there and you get into your hotel and you start navigating around, and the first thing I did was went and got an apartment. I was able to find somebody online that spoke English that could find me an apartment, and I did that, and got that accomplished. And I thought, well, that's a booster for me right there. And looking it up and finding it online, because I couldn't look that up online over when I was in America. I had to go over there and find that out. I just went on the expat forums there and talked to them. I only stayed in my hotel, I think, 3 nights. So I saved money there, not spending in a hotel, even though they weren't that cheap anyway. But the great part is that I was able to solve that problem right away. I just found somebody that was Cambodian, that could speak English, and who could find me could negotiate a hotel. An apartment for me, and I found it. I got it done. It was great. It's awesome. Now it was hard trying to find her office. She gave me the address to her office, and Cambodian addresses are crazy. Just a weird setup. I was trying to find this building, and the building didn't exist to me, it seemed, and it was there, it was just hidden. Anyway, so we finally found each other and got out and found the apartment, and I got it all, and I was all set. Anyway, so that kind of boosted my confidence that I could solve problems in a foreign country. And anybody else that's, a newbie going overseas would feel the same thing. They would feel, hey, look, I solved this problem. I can just put my mind to it, and I can solve any problem. And you can. You can. I mean, anything that you want to, like, this is Phnom Penh, Cambodia. There's Americans there, but not that many. There's English-speaking people there. So that's who you go to find out where they found their stuff, But anyway, whatever you want to find there, anywhere you go, there's a way to find it. There's a way to get it. You just don't know how to. You just got to find people that know how to get it, and then you get it. Like, I needed bedding for my bed in my apartment. So a sort of like a bed in a bag thing. So I wrote into the expats on the expat forum, and there was a thread that had already been going on a long time before, and I looked on that before I even wrote the question. I think that was the one. Maybe it wasn't. Anyway, I found out from the expat forums where I was living in a neighborhood called the Russian Market neighborhood. So where close to the Russian Market neighborhood was there a place where I could buy bedding, sheets for a queen size bed, because they had a queen size bed in there. And they gave me the address. Go down this street, look on either side, there's bedding places. Got a tuk-tuk, drove down there. Boom, there they are. No kidding. So I went in there, bought a bed in a bag, and brought it back, and there we go. There was bedding places. I wouldn't even have known they were there. I wouldn't even have known unless I had asked somebody. So, getting stuff accomplished is what builds confidence, and it makes everything a lot easier. Also, you're building social connections with people. You're talking to expats, but you're also going into shops, talking, learning a little bit about how to speak Khmer. You're going to learn a little bit. You're going to ask how much this costs, or, can I order this or order that, or can I buy this or buy that? Where is the bathroom? That kind of sort of stuff. And so you're forced into being somewhat social. And so that's another thing that helps you ease your mind and makes you feel better about accomplishing something and getting stuff done, and and helps your mental state. Another thing too is it when you explore someplace else and you see how other people live, and you adapt to that, and you get closer to humanity. You get out of this rat race that we're living in here. You get out of this closed society. We live in such a closed society where it seems like nobody cares. Nobody gives a crap about you. You just go about your day and hope that nobody gets in your way. And you go through every day like that. And people are pissed because they're doing stuff that they don't want to do. They're working in jobs that they hate. They're hustling and bustling to try and get a goal accomplished, or get their kids through school, or put food on the table, whatever. And they're irritable. And it just seems that the poorer you are around the world, the happier you are. I don't know why that is, but it's the truth. The poorest people that I've met overseas were the happiest. It just amazing to me. Amazing to me. But, that's the way it is. I mean, and it puts you down to humanity. It brings you back down to other people, to real people that are just living their lives, enjoying their lives. They're not so stuck on superficial garbage, So, we're so stuck on a, what would you say? We're so stuck on keeping up with the Joneses, or trying to satisfy other people, and trying to, look good so you can get ahead and all this other superficial bull crap that doesn't mean anything in the end. Because in the end, you're going to retire and you're going to want to enjoy your life. And you shouldn't have to live your entire life under that stress. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should be doing something you like for a job. That's what I say. That's my whole thing. So traveling abroad is going to make you a happier person, I believe. If you just give it a try. Just try it once and you will love it. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about that. Like Forrest Gump would say. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. If you want to, you can share it with people that you think might like this content, or give it to them and have them share it with people they know that would like this content, and I would really appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. I will come back with more, and I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you very much, and I will be back soon. Bye now.